Welcome to TerraScape. My name is Nilaus, and this is a first look at a new game that just came out on the 5th of April on Steam, and link in the description below. This is a, what can we say? We can say it's a puzzle game, we can say it's a card game. It is at a core, it's a city builder game, but it has elements of a card game, so you draw some random cards and then you work with those, but it also has puzzle parts, and these are kind of the two game modes that we have here. There's one with a puzzle challenge, which is basically you get some fixed things and you have to score a certain number of points while building your city or laying out the fields optimally in order to score points, and that kind of is a challenge. And then there's the free play, where you can earn medals and beat your high score so that you can get. But at the core, if we look at what it says on Steam, it says, in TerraScape, you build your own dream city. Each pack of cards in TerraScape offers different buildings and ways to expand your kingdom. Place your cards wisely in the game world to earn points and receive new cards as rewards. That's pretty cool. I have been playing this part, but I also want to do the free play. There are a number of different scenarios. You have some relaxed ones, and you have some scenarios down here, and you have to earn some points into a scenario in order to unlock the next. So there's a lot of replayability if you find this engaging. I'm going to dive into the first one here and see if we can complete that, as well as get those achievements unlocked, so that we can unlock the next one. It says unlock Terra goals on Fine Flatlands, so we need to do that as well. And of course, if you like these kind of videos, first look videos, then be sure to hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section if this is something you want to see more of as we dive in here. So let's see if we can get some hints. That is just normal hints. That is not what we want. Okay, so let's start by this is our deck down here, and we have, in this case, this brick is actually the draw deck. We have 20 cards in it, but as we get more points, we will be getting more cards. We start out with the keep. It doesn't do anything except that it sort of tells us where we place our stuff. You can see it's a hexagonal grid, and you can see quite clearly we have forest, we have lakes, we have grasslands, we have game. In this map we don't have mountains, stone, that kind of thing. We have some beaches down here. I think I'll try to place this as much in the middle as possible. We want to get a lot of good area around this area. So let's place this here. What this does is, you can see here, new lumberjack is available. So this is on the forestry deck. So basically we have different kinds of deck, and we draw from the deck here. At this point we only have the forestry deck available. It has a little star. That means there's something. It doesn't mean that that's just the recommended one, but if there's a little plus, it means that there are new cards. So as you place buildings, you have to place them in as optimal way as possible. Then you earn points. By earning points, you get more cards and you unlock more, and then you can continue until you get up. This is the progress bar, get up to 3,000 points, hopefully, and that's going to be our objective. So on this point, this is now this is the village deck. So we have a forestry deck, we have a village deck, and we also have here, we have to earn points with the forestry deck 1,000 and place buildings 200 buildings. Woof. The irony is that if we have more, if we get to 3,000 points, which is the maximum, before we place 200, then we can't really get it anywhere. So now we can look at the hover here. There are a number of different important information. Lumberjack. So obviously you can say there where it says 1 in the little tooltip here, that means that it has range 1. When we try placing it, you can see it is where I hover it, and then it affects the fields around it. What it also says is that if it's close to a forest, it gets 4 points. If it's close to another lumberjack, it gets -7 points. Two lumberjacks next to each other will dis-synergize, and while next to trees is kind of a good idea. So placing it like this, for example, seems like a good idea. We get 20 points, and you can see this is our forestry deck, 20 points. Also earn points 1,000. We have a long way up to this. We can't draw a new deck, but we luckily have one more lumberjack. We need to get to 22 points, and then we get an extra draw from our deck. So I can find a good place to build this. It doesn't get anything from anything except trees. So look at this, -7. It doesn't give us any points. So just basically look for any place that looks like it has a little bit more than. Well, that's a good one. 16 is okay. Like ideally we'd get more, but that's not what we can do there. I'll just throw it in this corner. 16. That's good. So now we got extra cards in our deck, And we can now click here, and then we have options. We now have village deck, or we can continue with the forestry deck where we have new buildings. That is possible buildings, is the lumberjack, and now we get an orchard as well. But this one has a star. That's kind of indicates that we want to get this. So that gets us a cottage. That's the first tech building in order to sort of place for build. You can see here, this has received points when on grasslands, makes sense, and it receives points when it's next to a keep, orchard, lumberjack, forest, river, sea, lake, and another cottage. Then it also says longhouse, and the second one, longhouse is sort of an automatic merge of different buildings. So I'm actually going to try to see if I can get that. If we look at this, you can see it gets a lot of points for things around it. This one doesn't get enough points. And then I just have to figure out where I want to build it. This is pretty okay. We're going to be... Oh, this is pretty good. Let's get it up here with that. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then that one. And as soon as I hit that shape, it just converts into a longhouse. And then I also get a bomb. This bomb can be used to demolish buildings. It can't demolish the big ones, but it can demolish other things, which is pretty cool, and it becomes useful later on. We can also see here our village deck has increased 48. When you get to 90 points, then we get additional different things in the deck. Now we can draw. We have 2 cards to draw. One is a forestry or a villager. We're going to go with the forester. And then we get 2 new orchards. Orchards like to be placed on grasslands. They don't like to be placed on the coast. They are okay with placing on stone, and they receive bonus for being next to river, forest, lake, lumberjack, and orchards. Okay, so they like to be next to other orchards. So for example, here it's an okay place to place it, but it doesn't have the best synergies next to it. So if I do this, this would be better. But I also should be making it in a way that allows this to lumberjack to actually be placed better next time. So I want to be making not really around here, because this part will be predominantly around for housing, but sort of like out into the forest. Maybe we can do it. That's a great location. Look at that. It likes coast, so that's a good one. We get a lot of points. We even got another draw here. And then we can find another location. See, it doesn't really like these locations here. There's a lot of game. We're going to keep that for when we get some hunter. But if we can find a place where we can place this so that it gets us some points, but also enables us to get more points later on from other sources, that would be ideal. Yeah, just hover it a bit around. That's not really helping us for future. The thing is, it usually isn't going to be helping us. Oh, what is that? That's a river. So this one is actually really good because it's like everything here. That's a maximum amount of points we could get from that, pretty much. So we can draw another one. So now we have village and forestry again. And at some point we'll get a third deck as well. Let's get a see. So we will get... Do we want more forestry? Let's go for the village. We get 4 additional cottages, so we can make 1 more of the big housing. This is a lot of stuff, so I'm going to try to see if I can retain that for a bit. I want to keep this open because it's going to be close to here, close to here. So if I can build a housing. Now if I take this out, it doesn't actually decrease the points that was there already because of sequencing. So that's good, and then that one, and then that one. And we get another bomb. And we got now a square available. So we got 1 more. You can see there are 4 in each deck, 4 different cards, and we can draw again. Now I'm going to draw the village because there's a new one, and then probably get the square now. Yes, we did. The square is good to be placing next to us. So I think I'm going to be placing a house here, which can then be built up to a bigger, but it can just be a little house right now. And then, let's see, square... It gets 6 for placing next to a square. This gets 4 for placing it next to a village. Ah, should have gone the other way around. Oh well. There we go. There is unfortunately no undo, and I really think an undo button should be absolutely mandatory here. So that was a lot of points. We're going to go over to some forestry again. It's going to be a long way until we unlock something new for the village. But let's get here. So we get some lumberjacks and some orchards. Now let's look at the lumberjack situation here. That could be a good idea to put it here. But if I want to put it here, probably be better to put that one in here first, I guess. And then you could be at that location, and then you could be I guess, at that location. We also want to pack them a little bit tighter because we want to get something more. So you can see here, forestry, I think it gets, when it's more than half, then it starts displaying that it's there. I don't have to draw all of it, and I guess that we can keep a lot of things going here. I can also just roll all the dice, but if I then, for example, if I roll the forest 3 times, then I get up to the forest, and then I can probably unlock a new location, but that new location, I can't get it because I already picked it up from the deck. So I'm only going to pick up what I want right now. There. We're going to get 6, so we can get another house. I think that's going to be... This is not a great location, but I want to get these big buildings. Like that. That's also now village is triggered, and we have 2 extra housing. I can't really use them for much, so we'll just roll the dice again. Forestry maybe? Or village maybe? That would be a great place for a market, wouldn't it? Yes, or square. Market is later. So that's a good point. Maybe we could actually do... here. And then you can go here. If I do 40, and then take that one next to it. Because this cottage gets 6 points if it's next to a square. But the square only gets 3 points if it's next to a cottage. So it's actually better to put the square down here, and then the cottage down there. Oddly enough. But that's a lot of points. And we have now 4 demolition, which is what we're going to be used later on. We are not quite there in terms of points. We also have to make sure that we get points with the forestry deck. That's important. So let's see if we can get more forestry points. Ooh. Keep upgrade unlocked. Okay, what does the keep upgrade do? I don't know, it just looks nice. There we go, a little castle for us. And grain fields are now available. Ooh, so that means next time we roll, we can get a grain field. Okay, well that's interesting. We get 1 lumberjack and 2 of these. Let's see. If I look at this, 1, 2, that location would actually be excellent for 1, 2, 3. If I build it here, yeah, that's pretty good. But then I'm gonna have to build an orchard there. It's not great, but that will give this one. And then when I get the next is... Oh, that was bad one. 1, 2... Oh yeah, that's not actually hitting. Never mind. Well, that was just bad. This is an orchard. This is an orchard. Coast? Oh, that's lake. But then down here it's pretty good. This is pretty good. That's even better. Yeah, let's just get some points for this. Good. We're getting closer, and now we should get the grain. Oh yeah, farming. So that gets grain fields. So they want to be... Grain fields want to be placed on grass, okay on stone, and definitely on coast. And they like to be next to rivers, lakes, and other grain fields. So build a giant grain field. I do have to be sure that I don't ruin all of my forestry chances. So I think I want to... Oh, there's a little bit of stone and mountain up there. I need a big area for fields here. This is so packed. 1, 2, 3, 4 million of those. So I don't want to use this space here for my farms, because that's going to be used for something else. So I'm trying to make a farm out here, I think. And then they're going to be really bad to start with. Like, ideally, we'd want to place them over here. But there's not enough room to really just expand out. They don't want to be next to this one maybe, but I also need some hops and stuff up here, I guess. Just looking a bit around. I think this is also really packed. So let's go down here and just get a really modest build here. But they synergize so well together that I'll just... Maybe that one? Or maybe this one? I'm just trying to see. Yeah. There. So that's all 6 of those. Now, what can we get? Forestry really needs to get 1 more level. So that's a thing. Let's make sure that we get how many points? Okay, we just need 28 points in total. All right, we can definitely get some points down here. What? This one gets 21. Oh, look at that. It's both forest and river. Whoa. That's great. Yeah, that's not very good. Huh. This is okay. Ah, it's not actually okay. This one is like ideal. There we go. So now we'll unlock the hunting cabin. That's important. And then we just need some kind of build here. That's pretty good. Oh, I have another lumberjack. Okay, okay. That lumberjack. I want to get it sort of close to the other ones. We'll jam it here. So now I want to definitely get forestry. Now we get the hunting cabin. Now that has a, you can see here, it has range 2, so it has longer range. It doesn't like being near other hunter cabins. That means if it's within 2 range of hunter cabins, it's not good. But it really likes to be next to game, but okay with forest, river, and lake. So this is all about placing it here, for example. And you can hover over and see if there's a better spot. I have a tough time imagining that we can find something better than 94. So 94 it is. That's a massive boon. And then another lumberjack. They're not that great, those lumberjacks here. We'll just smash it down here, because why not? And now, let's see what we can get. Forestry. I think I want those forestry. Oh, shoot. That was unwelcome. Huh. Damn. Alright. Well, that kind of sucks. I was hoping for something better. There. And that's also 18. And then some lumberjacks. Lumberjacks now. I can jam them in here. I think even though this is not going to be a very good location, then it gets close enough to other things. Yeah, we can't really get more than 12 points for this. Not really. Oh, we can actually. Wow. How is that so much better? Okay. 12. 20. There we go. That's a good one. It's because I forgot that you can replace tiles. And forestry. I'm going to take that forestry again. Damn, we still only get this. These ones have to be down here, I guess. They are still really good locations. There we go. We got the next sawmill. But I was we're being really unlucky with what we get here, I guess. That's a good location. There. And those are not very good locations. Just kind of look around. That's a good location. Maybe that could even be improve some things here with that. No, not really. So if you place them too close, they don't get any bonus. 60. We'll take that. So now we've unlocked everything in the forest deck, but we're still really far away from it, from getting it. And I really want the forest right now. There. We got a sawmill. That's great. This is where I wanted to place the sawmill, but only one sawmill. We're a little bit unlucky. But if you look at the sawmill, it also has 2 range. It gets minus 30 if it's near another sawmill, but it gets 15 for each lumberjack. So this is a very good location. That's why we want to pack them in a little bit closer. Also, if I put it here, then I can also build it up there, and it's still going to be, no, like that one. It's still going to be good. 52. 52 for one tile is good. The thing is also, like, once you place it, you could actually take some of the other things out as well, which is going to make it a little bit more handy. This is kind of turning into a gigantic orchard. 15. 24. We'll take the 24. Great. Now I think it's time for getting some city. Oh, no, I guess not. We need to get the farming. That's going to be really difficult. Okay, we're going to have to get the farms up here. This one I want to leave empty. That's a long way until we get that one. See, now I'm removing these around here, but it doesn't actually matter very much. So this one, I want to place it here so that I can get all of this in one tile, and then I'm eventually going to move up. But unfortunately, you can see it was not enough to get to the next level. I'm missing 8. So we unfortunately have to do that. I think it's time for us to get a little village. And what could we do in terms of village? This would be a good location if we could get... That's a bad location, right? It didn't get a lot of points, but it's still okay. And then that one gets up to the next one. Ta-da! We now get a market. Great. That's a new one. Now we have forestry and the village. So do we want to continue on the village? No, we want to get the forestry because this hunting cabin is definitely something we really need to make sure. 74. How can that be so much better when I'm replacing this? Odd. Ah, it loses 2 there. 74. There must be something better than... I mean, even 80 is great. 82 is amazing. But what about up here? See, they get minus 30 for being close. 70. We really want more of those. Up here, there's okay, but there's not enough to really get what we want. No, it's too far away. What about all of this? This is the best location. So I can get 76, and then I can probably get another 78 down here because it's far enough from each other. So that's what we're going to do. Here. Let's get... anything here that would be valuable? That's okay. We'll take that. And now that's also 18. So... unfortunately, we need to take a farming, and it sucks. So if I have one here, then I'm going to be 1, 2, and then that's probably going to be the next. Or it's going to be 1, 2, and then this one. We'll take that. There we go. So now I get the windmill. This is what I've needed before. Here. And if I place this here, 1, 2, these can also be taken out. There we go. That's the farm. We still have to focus on the forestry. And okay, now I have farming. Give me that damn windmill. There we go. 52 points. Now you can see it's... I need to make room for this. But I'm also just a little bit unlucky with the other one. Let's get the village, because now we have a market. The market is also, if we look at it, it's like longhouses, like the keep, like a square. It doesn't like other markets. And that's about it. So we could also use the deconstruct button and then get more stuff in here. Like, for example, this one would be absolutely amazing place to build it. I think. Yes. For example, I did. I don't want this one to merge. So I'm actually going to be nuking that one. See, I don't get resources back again. It's just gone. Here. That converges. And then this is a 63 points. I like. And then like, what are we going to get more? Let's get the farming. Yes, windmill. Now that windmill is going to get us 52 points. Great. So again, lots of synergy. I could build the next windmill here, I guess. Then that would probably be the best place. Then go that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. 1, 2, yeah. So beyond this, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, they're not very valuable. And where are we at? We're halfway there. Woo! Okay, so farming, I'd like to get that. Village, another town square, and another of these. So I'm going to take these out. Yes. And then a little town square here. Or here, maybe. It's hard to get a town square that affects 3 things, but I'll build it here. There, because then I can... Oh, that was a mistake. Well, there's no undo button. Oh, I have another one. Interesting. That would get us 24. This would get us 20. Interesting. But that would block off any housing next to that. I guess that's kind of it. They're kind of okay. 20. I can't really get more than 20, so we'll just smash the 20 here. Yes. You don't lose the points when you blow things up. And what do we need? So I think it's time for us to get, yes, the hunting cabins. We were having a 78 because our objective is still to get enough points here. We need to get to 1,000 points. So 700 and something. Good. We only placed half the buildings so far. So there's still a long way to go on that regard. There's still a lot of good stuff in this location. So I think that I could still get a good value. And then... let's see, what am I looking for? I'm looking for lumberjacks. Lumberjacks. Where would you want to be? Don't really want to be anywhere because it's kind of crowded everywhere else by now. I can't really get more than 12. I can maybe get something down here. No? 8. That one. Yeah, it's not really that great, these locations anymore. 1 point. Because it's next to something else. Yeah, these are just not very good anymore. But if we can find some good... orchard locations. Maybe that'll help. 12, 15, 18. Oh, that's also 18. Interesting. That's 15. Doesn't do much in terms of... Then I'll take that 16 and another lumberjack. See what we can get out of it. There's also the part about one. These two are also lumberjacks, so if I place it here, I'm going to enable that location to be a good sawmill if I get that. Let's see. I'm going to get another forestry. That's another hunting. Good. 40. That's not great. Ooh, did I just block myself out of that? I kind of did. Oops. Up here. Must be some good ones. Must be some good ones. 52. 50. 70? 70. That's the best one so far. Don't think we can get close to 70 anywhere else. No, that's going to be the 70 up here. It's also good. We're getting 888. It's a little bit tricky to get all the way up, I think, for this one. Oh, that's a sawmill. That's exactly what we wanted. Yes, look at that. 53 for the sawmill here. 52. 53. That's a good sawmill. Yep, so 53 for the sawmill. All right, we're 941, so we need to get that one up. I don't think we can get up to the last one. And farming. Farming is going to be difficult because I don't know where to spread out. Let's take the village. Village is still a long way off. I really wish I could build that one. But I would have to explode that one away. That's a pretty good one. Then you can be down there, 24. Oops. And then you can be... Well, 20 points is 20 points, right? There. Now that's closer to next... Oh, wait, that's another one. Any other place that I can get 20 points? I can get 20 points here, sure. Alright, so farming. Guess we have to do the farming. Oh, a windmill. Nice. That's 60 points here. Alright, so you can see we're getting closer. We're getting closer. And the deck is 120 out of 122. Don't really know what that means. So every time you sort of hit a new milestone, you add more points. So let's see when I draw here what we get there. I'll take the village. That's going to be a little bit tricky, this part, because I want to get... That one I think is where I want it. I mean, I can also just nuke this and get it back in there again. That's also another option. Or we could... We have 6 more, so we can also get additional locations. That's... 6, let's think. Doesn't reach the keep. I'm just really thinking that this would be a great one to take something out. Oh, hold on. That is a forest. I could get... There we go. And then I'll build that here. Let's see. This one has... building next to a market is 3. Market next to a cottage is also 3. So that's kind of the same. So I can build it here. That's 44. Or I can build it here, which would require us to blow that one up. That would be 51. That's pretty good. Yeah. I guess that's as good as it gets. Yeah. There we go. Oh, we got the chapel unlocked. Ooh, that's the last one in this location. And then we also have one more when it comes to... Or do we have 2? No, we actually have 2 more when it comes to grain. Can I unlock the grain? Yes, I can. I must unlock the grain now. This windmill, 1, 2. That would be a good windmill location. But currently it's a lumberjack location. And we do still have a little bit of work to do here. So can I just get a forestry? Yes, I can. Alright, that's important. I can also just nuke this and get... Hey, that's kind of the easiest, isn't it? I'll just take that out. I just build it there again. 94. So that unlocks this one. And get us 94 points. We're making our way towards the 3,000 points. And that's kind of a good way to... I don't know. It kind of feels like cheating a bit, but it isn't. It really isn't. It's not cheating. Whoa. Oh, that was the sawmill. 67. That's a lot because it's next to 4. So that's exactly where I wanted it. The question is... would it be worth it to do another sawmill here, even though it only gets 4 points? Because that one would then get 82 points. That's a lot of points. Definitely enough points on the forestry. I'll keep this around. I want to get, how many points do I need? That's 38. So that's actually going to be a little bit of a challenge. But I could just level this one and then say 1, 2, here. This is 1, 2, here. Yeah. So this would be a good location. Not necessary. There. Now we got the next one. That's the hobs. And let's roll the dice. So we now have both the chapel and the farming. Let's do the farming, and then we get the hobs. Hobs like stone and coast. So, oh, it likes stone a lot. Coast? This is, oh, right, 12 for placing on coast. It's not really a lot, but it doesn't get anything except for being placed on the coast here. But it could get more by being next up here. We'll make a little here, here, and here. That's 15 for each, and a little bit more because they're also next to other things. This one, that's upgrades for the keep, I think. So it is level 2 and it can't get any higher. I think that's something we can get later on, but not right now. Because we only have these 3 decks available. But there are many decks. I can tell you, there's industry decks and there's, yeah, there's a lot of decks. I don't know. Oh, we got the chapel. All right, so the chapel is the most valuable build. Look at how big it is. So this one has to be placed so that it hits pretty much everything. And it has to be next to the keep, I guess. So this one would be a good location, I think. But I would need to have it... Since it also reaches over there, then I definitely need... If I build it, for example, this one... I don't think it'll reach enough. I think this is where I need to drop it. And that means I need to get... And then we blow you up and then build the chapel. 107 points. It could have been more. Could have been more. But we now have a chapel reaching this part of the domain. And we need to get... We're almost a few hundred away. Alright, so what do we need? We have farming and village. I think we want to go for the farming. More hobs. I'll build it up here. That's nice. I want to save that location for the last part. Oof, these grains. These grains, man. This is just spreading like a plague across the land. And if I build it here, I go 1, 2, 3. That would get a big area. Then I could start taking this one out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Keep taking this. There. Whew, just got the last one. All right. And then I'm gonna do farming, and I got a brewery, and more grain fields. All right. So the brewery comes in here. Brewery likes being next to hop fields and river and grain fields. Oh, also grain fields. Interesting. Actually, really a lot like the grain fields. All right, interesting. I didn't even see that. Orchard is okay as well. Farmstead is okay. So these are not great, but hey, I could build... They're really bad. Like these 12 are even better. 9. It's actually because it's just next to 2 other ones. So I might just do... I'll do this one and then make the brewery in here because then it'll be 75. Good. Not much aside from this. This location would be 1, 2. And I'd like to take that out of that out. But don't really need it. I'll get... Oh, look at that. We're actually almost completed with the mission. I'm never going to do this place buildings though. Let's get a farming. A windmill. Yes. The 60 or 60. I'll get that 60. And more hops field. Hops are bad. Oh, right. I should have gotten one more. Then that can be... Oh no, we're almost done. There. Let's see what we can get. Let's get a... let's see. I think we draw until we don't have any more deck in our deck. 17 out of 60, but we keep getting more stuff here. Oh, look at that. That's a lot of stuff I did not anticipate getting. And this is... Oh, this one? 32. Why is it 32? It's really, oh, right. That's because it's, here it's next to these two. Okay, 50 is probably the best we can do, or we can explode one of these and get more. But I've already started replacing a lot of it, so 40. It is a bit weird, this part where you can actually just replace things and then it'll be fine. 40, I can't really get more than 40, I think. Unless I explode something, and I kind of don't want to explode it. Let's do the sawmill first. There should be like a good potential sawmill somewhere. 53, I'll sawmill that one. Let's get a lumberjack here, and then get a better sawmill there. Oh yeah, get an orchard. That's actually an okay orchard. And then this one. Oops, there you go. I guess we completed it. So as soon as you hit 3,000, then you complete the mission. And so you keep playing to beat your high score. Okay, well, so we can just keep playing in order to just place as many buildings as we want, or we can kind of wrap it up here. I did see, like, what, there was a 50, right? That's 52 here. There we go. And then we can play the deck. I think there are 4 cards left in the deck. I think that's what it means. Let's have a look at this. And then do a farming. Another windmill can be plopped down right there. No, now it says 64 out of... I have no idea what that number means. I have no clue, because I don't think I'm going to be picking up 64 additional cards in this one. It just seems like, what if I draw a card here? Go village. What does it say now? 64 still? Yeah, that number I don't have any clue about. That's just weird. But anyway, as you can see, then we have built a nice little homestead here. We have our keep, a village around it, surrounding here. We have some cornfields. Up here we have the brewery, that kind of thing, and a bit of some hunter lodge. And that's just one example. So other ones will maybe have more fishery or more industry or more mining or that kind of thing. And those sort of have separate decks, and then you'll sort of mix and match and try to build up synergies in order to make the point. I think this game it's a really cool game. It's very comfortable. It's a relaxed game that you just play and you just have a good time. Maybe you can sit and play it on one screen while watching a Nilaus live stream on the other screen. You know, that would be this is a kind of relaxing evening game that I like. I like the Terraformers back. Remember that? That was where you built cities on Mars and terraformed the world and added penguins and stuff like that. Also like card-based and turn-based. Really like it. So it's very... I don't know, it's like comfort food. It's a comfort game, and it's just nice to chug along, build a little city, and then reach those milestones, unlock a new map, and then we can see what it is. So I hope you found this first look interesting. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel if you want to keep up with more games that are sort of in the category of, I don't know what we can say, factory, city builder, terraformer, you know, that kind of thing, exploring, survival. There's kind of lots of genres we cover by now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next live stream or video. Until next time, take care and stay effective.